Alright, thank you guys for tuning in to New Jersey Production Gaming. We're here playing Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. It just dropped today, but our man Gary here was able to get it last night at 9 o'clock from GameStop. So he's going to tell us a little bit of what he thinks about the storyline as he shows me the ropes in the versus mode, and we're going to talk a little bit about the actual gameplay.
Alright, so yeah, picked this up last night. You know, anyone with PlayStation could tell you that the moment you start anything up, it's basically, you know, you gotta wait for it to do the download and then install. The one downside I see is that after you install it and you start the game, you have to wait for it to install a second time. So the only thing you can really do is just training, and then there's only one stage available with that. So that's, I'll say, a minor annoyance. But overall, so far, I'm okay with this game so far. The one thing I kind of don't like is just the character design. It seems just too big and bulky for most characters.
How about in terms of that, how about the movements? The movement of each character is still fluid even though they're bulky, or does it make it seem like they're kind of sluggish?
Each character, I think the movement, it fits each character type. You know, so like going up against going up against someone like the Hulk, who is actually surprisingly fast for being so big. But in terms of movements, it's fine. You know, they're not very sluggish unless they have to be because that's the character. But it's just the overall design makes it look like they should be sluggish.
Oh, okay, awesome. Wow, so you get to actually pick your Power Stone after you pick your characters. Have you done this yet, or have you just done the storyline?
I just did training and then the storyline.
Okay.
And still not finished with the story just yet.
So do you have you actually had time to use the Power Stones and see how they work in gameplay?
Not really, because when you do the story mode, like you don't get to use any of the powers, any of the Infinity Stones until you that part of the story where you actually get one of the Infinity Stones.
Have I been calling them Power Stones? I feel like
calling them Power Stones.
I apologize. Totally different franchise.
But it should be in here.
Yeah, right. But we're not going to. We discussed that already. We should do a video about that to update you guys on what we think about. We're going to do that because I want to talk about the character roster. I'm actually a little disappointed. Just sitting here looking at it and seeing what we have from the immediate roster, I'm very disappointed. There isn't any Power Stone characters. That there isn't any Onimusha characters. There isn't any Dino Crisis characters. So I mean, we have what we have here, and the most disappointing part is that most of these characters have been a part of the previous game, and there's not that many new characters to experience. But let's see what we have to offer. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the Time Stone because the characters I got are, I would assume, are fast and have good combos. But I've been waiting for Mega Man X to be in a versus game for forever. You know, ever since Marvel vs. Capcom 2 when they gave us the regular Mega Man, he was cool. But I mean, hopefully this Mega Man X is better. He should be better.
Yeah, his moves, they improved on his moveset.
Okay. What about armor changes? How many armor changes he has? He has to have those, right?
So far I've seen 2.
I'm the super. You're a hero.
There's one like actual armor change where he does his ultimate, I think it's the Eagle armor, if I remember right. And then he does his ultimate special. He transforms and does 2 of his other armor sets and hits you, and then it goes away.
Okay.
So you don't keep it.
Man, don't take it easy on me. I'm going for it. I'm going for it.
I've got a job.
Okay, so tell me about that. Wait. All right, so explain what just happened there.
Right. So basically, one thing I've learned is that in the middle, when you start your super, you can actually change out characters, and you can keep the chain going. So it's kind of like how Marvel vs. Capcom 1, 2, and 3, where you can kind of chain the supers together. So you change out characters and keep the super going. You can do that here, or you can just have the characters just come with you.
Oh, nice. Well, right off the bat, the controls are pretty fluid. I like how I'm able to just jump on. I've never played yet. I played the demo one time, walked through, but right now I'm think I'm holding my own right now. I'm doing a couple of cool moves. You're doing a couple of better moves. See, so it feels very familiar. Like I knew right away how to do the super, even though I've never tried before. But it's just like Marvel's Capcom 3, even Marvel's Capcom 2. They're pretty much basics: down forward, 2 punches, 2 kicks, or whatever. But the controls are more similar to Marvel's Capcom 3, with high-low launcher, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, now this is my guy, bro. Alright, so I asked you if you knew how to do that, and you said no, and now I'm getting jumped. That's not even cool, bro. Oh, that's not that. My bad. Am I blocking? Yeah, I'm blocking. Oh, how can I block from both sides? I ain't scared. I'm gonna still fight you. Alright, so I did a thing. He said time stone, and then something happened. Yeah, I did it. So I just assumed that you would have to hit 2 buttons at the same time.
Ooh, almost had me.
And then wait, how did you go in the life? I killed that, bro.
Mind Stone.
Ooh, that is so awesome.
Not Mind Stone, Soul Stone.
So yeah, the controls are very full. This is the first time I just up and grabbed it and played it. He just got to play a little bit last night, so he's not that far ahead of me. But I was able to really pick up and jump right into the fight. And combos are really fluid. It's easy to pick them up. And the Speed Stone just made everything really awesome, as I assumed it would, using a character like Zero. Now I wouldn't use the Time Stone if I was playing with the Hulk. If I was playing with Hulk, naturally, what would you think you would use?
Also.
Exactly. I wanted to pick different characters.
Watch my back, Zero.
We can do this again.
I kind of just wanted to show off the Carol
first
Danvers the extra costume.
Oh, awesome.
Come out on top. Ready.
So, do you know where that costume is? That costume from her being a pilot? Am I right?
Yeah, she was Air Force.
Okay. Yeah. See, I'm cool. I know stuff. Hey, what other DLC did you get upon release last night?
That was the only thing that's basically out. There's no really no other day one DLC. That costume itself is a PlayStation exclusive.
Oh, wow. So right there, that move, I just pushed triangle and circle. You did a power move. I was trying to.
You can do down, 2 punches, and now it changes armor.
Oh, well, nice telling me now. See, Zero is just awesome. He's just awesome. And okay, nice. So one thing I know that the developers had promised was that you will be able to pick up the game and just play it, and it would be great for new players to be able to do that as well. And I feel like they lived up to that promise, because I haven't played in a long time. I haven't played since Marvel's Capcom 3 first came out, and then once it got too competitive online, where everybody's using the same characters and using experiencing the same combos from everybody, no matter who you fought, and I was fighting people that was way above my level, I kind of got discouraged and I stopped playing. So it's been about, I want to say about 3-4 years since I actually really played like this. Ah, yes!
I messed that up so much.
Fingers. Yes.
Here it comes.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm staying though. I might be.
That was me.
Yeah, because you kept going. I gotta do your second time. That's how it's cool. I'll do your second time. I don't know what I just did there. How I just did that. That was cool. No! That was awesome. That was nice. That was really cool. So let's talk a little bit about the story mode. How was the story mode for you?
The story mode was okay for what it was.
So what is the premise of it?
I think I would like it better if it was more like if you did a story mode that's more like character based. Like not so much like an arcade mode type thing. But basically,
in my soul, stone power.
But basically, you kind of you take the characters that's given to you based off whatever the mission, whether it's part of the story you're in.
Okay.
So you don't get to choose your character lineup or anything like that. There are some cases where you end up where it's a one-on-one battle and not 2-on-2 within the story. Now, I don't want to give up too much about the story because I think people should just play for themselves.
Okay.
But overall, I like the premise of it.
Okay.
You know, but like and it keeps you guessing from the very start because if you play the demo, that's exactly where it starts off. They don't tell you how everything happened at the beginning or nothing.
And I was just about to ask you that.
It starts off like that.
I mean, all right, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. It's a fighting game, and you know, a lot of
they do go back and you see how things started up. So like, because it starts off, I think it's 88 days after convergence.
Okay.
So basically, after the two worlds merged and Ultron Sigma did his thing.
Right.
So so it starts off at that point, and then they'll kind of tell you where like how many days after the convergence at this point the story is at. And so you kind of have feels of where you are in terms of the timeline.
Okay, interesting. So a lot of people say that they felt the game was rushed, so to speak. Do you think that the game was rushed? And if so, what more could they have put into it that you see right off the spot?
The only reason I feel like the game would be rushed would be a short roster, but then again, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 also had a short roster. But I think it's like because so many people are doing more DLC now. That's opposed to back when Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out. DLC, people were still kind of flaky on DLC.
Right.
So I think now that people are more accepting of it, they can actually make use of the DLC and actually just create an actual infinite roster. So, you know, granted, like, you see how short the roster list is here, you can probably do it like comic book style where, like, L1, L2, and you change pages, and they'll have other characters.
Right, okay.
You know, that's something I would hope for in the future. And it will fit with the whole Infinite name, even though it's based on the Infinity Stones. But I think it'll be a nice little way to play on both of them.
Right.
So yeah. So that's kind of how I feel about it.
Only one team will be left standing.
That's probably my only gripe. Actually, it's just the short character roster.
Okay.
But I'm hoping that they will allow for just DLCs to come in and maybe pay like $30 a year or something like that for like seasonal DLCs, and you just keep getting the characters for the year, something like that.
You know what's very infuriating in the character roster? They don't have Wolverine or any type of variation of Wolverine, who has been around since the Versus series has started, and that is just like mind blowing to me. He, to me, is as stable as Spider-Man is to the series. So to have one and not the other was just it's crazy. Okay, I don't like you guys.
I think that's because I think Fox had a very big play in that because they own the rights for the X-Men franchise. So much so that even in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they can't even say the word mutant.
So why didn't that take place in the previous Marvel Versus game?
That I really don't know. Everyone kind of is assuming that Fox had play in that, mainly because of just how tight they are with the property. So I don't know. Maybe they got away with it. Marvel Capcom 3.
Right.
But and that was before the Marvel Cinematic Universe got as big as it is now. So maybe they're like, okay, yeah, we're doing it, but now when they see how it is, I guess they're like, yeah, no, we want to use our own. That's what I'm assuming.
Right.
You know, I may be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But that's just how I see it. And just talking to some of the other guys that were in line waiting, they kind of think the same thing. Where Fox basically has a hand in that.
So let's talk a second about these stones here, because I'm doing some amazing stuff, and I don't really understand how I'm doing this amazing stuff. But it seems like I used the space stone to trap you into space, and I was able to just trap you there and just pummel you, and then power happened.
Well, each stone does different things.
Of course.
So, yeah. So you have the time stone, which I think when you're fully activated, I think it increases your speed and decreases your opponent's speed.
Right. It gives me shadows.
Yeah. The speed. Yeah. I think the stone you just have because of space. Basically, when it's fully activated, it confines your opponent to one space, so
Nice.
they can't really move.
Which was awesome because I just got to beat the heck out of him in a little box with a sword, doing moves, playing with a character that I've never played with. Gamora is one of the newer characters that has been added to the roster, and to me, her debut in this match that I just had was phenomenal. Again, it seems very easy to just pick up and just play with any character so far.
It is fairly easy to just pick up and play. But it's one of those games where it's easy to play, difficult to master.
Definitely, I get what you're talking about. Because it looked like if you were playing online, which I don't do because it's too competitive for me. Like, I'll play today online, but I wouldn't play next month online. Because by then, everybody would have it overly mastered, and I'd be very annoyed, and it's no longer fun for me. But, I get what you're trying to say because it takes a lot of time, and as I can see, I could do a lot more of the combos, like with Gamora, for instance. I could have took her combos a lot further, but I don't have the timing yet because this is my first time playing. Alright, so let's go. I'm dealing with these two guys. Let's go reality.
Begins.
What did you? Oh, you got mine too. Don't tell me what to do. I want to find it on my own.
I'm still kind of learning what each stone does, so I'm not too sure. I don't remember exactly what mine does.
Hopefully it doesn't do nothing. It probably makes I got a feeling it make like my controls like reverse.
Well, the only thing I do know is that if you get trapped with the initial power, it can daze you.
Show me your skill. Who will come out on top? Ready.
Alright, so I can do things.
Fire!
Alright, so I know that chain for has to come up with something. Your gauge ain't full. You see the gauge on the lower right side there?
Yep.
So you didn't even have one bar yet, so that's why I didn't do anything.
No, it will. Each stone, that's kind of like another super the best way to play it.
Yeah, I'll set you on fire, Thanos. You ain't got your gauntlet, bro. You can't beat me, man. Yeah, mind your business. How about that?
Ooh.
Wow. I didn't think I was gonna like it. I just wanted to switch out. I know that you did. He seems like he's gonna be a problem online. Yeah. Oh yeah. I got a feeling this is gonna be the character everyone's gonna hate and call you a noob for using. I can see right at the top because look at the lasers. Like it covers all bases. And then you get in close, he has to move that stuff. Look, this is crazy. Yeah, but yours is better than mine. Look. I told you yours is better than mine. Wow, Ultron's really good. Ultron is really good.
Yeah, that's why you play the demo when you go against Ultron Sigma, he just destroys you.
Yeah, but then again, at the same time, you look at the power bar, you can just hit him a million times and it wasn't moving. It just wasn't fair. Wow, he's really good. Whoa, I didn't expect Ultron to be that good. Yeah, he's gonna be the one nobody likes. He's gonna be the hat character. He's gonna get nuked. Like in the first update, they're gonna nuke him. I promise you. Okay, so I was missing out because I didn't realize that they were gonna have Fair Brand and Noble on there. So I don't know how that glossed over my head. That's interesting. So okay. So I'm gonna land a play with him. In case I broke it up.
Spider-Man.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man at your service.
That's what I've never played with him. I didn't play with him on Marvel's Capcom 3. I thought he was a guy. He was a gimmick, and I don't even play with gimmick characters. They haven't been fun for me since Marvel's Capcom 2 when he had Surfbot, and only reason he was fun because he was low to the ground, and he was really annoying. Oh, of course I'm going with blue. Alright, so let's go with power.
Rules prevail.
So you're still gonna try mine, huh?
Yep.
I'm gonna make you regret it, you know that, right? Just letting you know I'm gonna punish you.
One endanger you at least once. That's all.
I've squashed galactic threats. This is small time.
Ready. Fight.
Alright, so let's see what I'm gonna do here. That's a medium. Yeah, let's see what. Yeah! See, that's why I was practicing that move. You ain't even know. I like the hit. Oh, I shot you. That's why I thought I was going to hit because I didn't know if it went all the way up. I thought it was a short range attack. Oh, don't he do like a dash? He has like a dash or something, doesn't he? Oh, they say each other's name. That's so cool. Alright. I don't like Fireburn that much. His moveset isn't really... I don't know, maybe I'm just... because I'm new to this. Hey man, come on, stop playing with me, bro. You about to hit the stuff. I don't know what just happened. He said something really funny. Oh, ha! I'm not about to spoil you. Gotcha. You should capitalize, but you had 3 bars.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was a thing. You fly, dog.
Free responsibility.
Hey man, mind the business, man. Look, you ain't Super Saiyan, bro.
Having fun yet?
No, you ain't Super Saiyan, bro. I thought that was me. Yo, how is your mind power still on?
It was cool.
Counter.
Oh, really? I don't like the rainbow one on here. Shut up with that, bro. I knew eventually you'll take to the air. I'll never play with that guy again. Never play with that guy again. It's terrible.
Yeah, I only played one Marvel's Capcom 3 just so I can be with every character.
You must. Especially if you're me, because I don't play online with that anymore. I mean, come on, man. You get tired of getting beaten all the time. Especially when they talk, and it's like a 12-year-old, and he cursing you out because he's like owning you. It's terrible out here.
A weed is the finest dream.
Here's a blast from the class I'm about to enjoy playing with.
Chun-Li.
Roger.
Are you using the remodeled Chun-Li?
Yeah.
I ain't played a cat yet, but I want to play with Strider and what my man is. Yeah.
This should be a breeze.
What y'all don't know
Try.
is I invented Dante, right? Like I drew out Devil May Cry. I changed everything. I changed the game out here. Y'all don't even know. Alright, let's clean
I
this
will
up.
eliminate.
Yeah, at least they don't make them like in a crappy reboot.
Oh my, what a team!
Oh yeah, that was such a terrible Dante.
Come out on top.
But they're gonna try to parody the original Dante by making a wig fall on his head, a white wig fall on his head. That's I was like, man, I'm so disrespectful. Okay, so she.
Oh, I messed up on it.
Oh, so this is like super light. I didn't even use that super light now. That's not fair. I just press one button. Hold on, stop. So don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's the time stone.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So L1 use it in short bursts, and then both of them does the charge. Got it. I got it. I thought I had a free move or something.
Dodge this.
I did dodge it. And switched over. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It is much more easier to play than Marvel Stuff on 3. It's not even funny. Red lipstick? Damn! I did get it. Oh, so you can definitely still hit your partner when they come out, right? Yep. Cool, I got it. I don't know, girl. Stop playing with me. Show. Okay, she got that. Little ball light have himself. You know what? You gotta slow down, little girl. You get too fancy with your pants over there. I'm gonna take all that shit down, champ. Run my broom. I probably can follow the rope or something, can I?
What?
Oh, no, I was thinking to myself. Yeah, I know I can follow it over something. I just think had to tell me. Again, back to telling people. See, she Infinity, and I ain't. What you gonna do in reality, huh? What can you do in reality, huh?
How I missed?
Easy, I'm down there, right? But I got guns. What did you just do or something? I ain't beat. Whoa. Run that back. What was that?
Reality Stone.
There's more to fighting than brute strength.
So when it goes off, it shoots a laser across the screen?
No, when you do that full activation, basically whenever you hit them, whenever I hit you, an element comes out and hits you.
I'm not going to even pretend to understand that. Alright, one more tiebreaker match, and then we're going to go in and check out a little bit more of the other options of the game. I know this game has a lot more to offer than just hand-to-hand combat. Random. So we have yet to play with the captain.
Reporting for duty.
What's I'm a little disappointed that they only have a color change of outfits for him. And let's get off him.
Iron Man.
Let's bring the party.
And Iron Man, which I am really loving this black and gold suit right here. Reminds me of my fraternity days. And I think for this team, gotta get in close with space.
Dormammu. True power. Ghost Rider. Vengeance never ends.
Flameheads.
Yep.
Alright, we got a thing going here. The Vengeance versus the Flameheads.
Who will prevail?
Y'all seen it here first, people. This is a unique match. That can actually be a thing, man. For real. His power was from hell, the mom was from a dark dimension. They can cross paths somehow. I know it's a thing.
As long as I stand, I'll keep fighting.
I mean, that trick shield is about life, though. You always know, son. Yo, that trick shield is everything. Alright, but you're not about to kill Cat, though. So did I just do something cool with space? That's what happened? That's why I blinked like that?
I don't know.
Not too shabby. Think so.
I Yeah. Some things never change. Counter. Uh-oh. That's it. It's over. You know, I thought my Iron Man was gonna be dead from that pit instead. Yeah, do something, man. So he just blowing stuff up now? Hold on. He's awesome for the space though. That's nice because he's able to project his energy through it. That was very unpredicted. Very unpredicted. And it got that. That was awesome.
That pin is scared with everything.
The Flameheads take it, y'all. The Flameheads took the match. I'm so upset. So Gary takes the tiebreaker, 3-4. That was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. So remember, guys, to check us out, give us a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification tab so you get to see all the things New Jersey Production has going on. The New York Comic Con is coming up, which I am excited to be going cosplay as Black Panther. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Just like last year, we're gonna have tons and tons and tons of exclusive content. So make sure you guys subscribe and hit the notifications because you do not want to miss out on everything we're gonna be bringing you.